think I will take it for the next one. Welcome, everyone. Let me ask a question to you. Has anyone in this room been hacked before or been attempted to hack? Few? The rest, I don't see the hands, and it means there's two cases. In one case, you've already been hacked, but you're not aware of. The second one, it's not yet, but it will be. So, BugBounter is here to provide you managed cybersecurity services platform so that your business can be 24/7 protected against cyber attacks. So this is why we exist. And the biggest problem that we see in the world is the number of hackers are increasing exponentially every day, and the attacks as well. So what we did in 2 years' time is we collected around us over 4,000 cybersecurity experts. And with these people, we are providing remote B2B cybersecurity services by the network of these global experts and over our monitored and managed platform. So far, in 2 years, we were able to discover more than 2,000 critical cyber vulnerabilities and reported them, and thus we prevented the companies maybe over a loss of $20 million in total. And we are capable of doing this so quickly. Let me tell you that, for example, just yesterday we started the project of a larger insurance company, and the first cyber report was given in 28 minutes. So this is how it's quick. The reason why the risk is so big is that after pandemic, many companies became more and more digital, and it's increasing every day. So there's a huge digital transformation, and as we see, especially the number of Fintech companies are increasing day by day, such as also together with retail and e-commerce. And when these companies are developing all their assets, it's not possible for them to make the entire system to be cyber risk-free. And this especially exists for the Fintech companies. The reason is that they come up with new versions of software with a lot of new features coming in, but it's impossible to test them all. There are 3 critical restrictions here. One of them is they don't have enough people. It's not possible that they can collect a lot of good people among their team because there's a huge shortage. Secondly, even if they have, their time is limited, so they are working maybe 40 hours per week, and they cannot test everything. Third one is they're not motivated enough to find every possible vulnerability. And criminals are getting more and more organized every day. Don't think that they are just individual people who are just sitting in a room and trying to hack you. They are huge groups. And this is the largest risk. And the average cost of a data breach, especially for a fintech company, will be millions of dollars. So it really worth taking a look at a different angle from cybersecurity. What we do is, when we start working with the customers, they come and enroll on our platform, and we engage them with our crowd so that they start checking their environments. And whenever we find a cyber vulnerability, we report it to the platform, and it gets checked and inspected. And if the report is valid, then it's sent to the client, and then it's fixed. So our value proposition is that if we cannot find a cybersecurity vulnerability in your systems, you don't pay anything. So it's success-based. So maybe we are checking you for free, but you don't get, you get a service, but you don't pay anything. And in case we find something, you only pay for that report, and based on how critical is the bug. So you define the game. You set all the parameters, you set all the rewards, you set your budget, you can start small or you can start big, and you can play the game. So this is our value proposition. And the end result is very fast, and it's very performance-based, and it's also cost-effective, because you don't burn much. Let me share with you 2 good use cases, especially for the fintech companies. One of the fintech companies told us that they do every check, their PCI, DSS checks, and everything is done. They did their pen test. We said, okay, come and let's try. Let us check if we can find something. And within a very short period of time, we were able to find 6 new critical vulnerabilities, and they were really surprised. And they said that, okay, we never were expecting this, and they hold their pen test company responsible for this. So they're going to get some of the money back from them. And the second one is, they said, I don't want to get a full inspection. there are a couple of things that really keeps me awake in the night. Can we test only this one? And we set a very special project, invited only a few people to test this. And also in like a few days, we were able to find a really critical pathway that can really manipulate some of the transactions within the fintech company. So these two cases also show that in a very short period of time, we are able to help them quite a lot. When we divide the companies, we wanted to see that there are two segments actually. One of them is how mature is the organization. Some organizations are quite new in the market and they're not so immature, but some organizations are more mature. Maybe banks could be more on the mature side. What we see in the fintechs are they are somewhere in the middle. They're not so immature, but they're not also highly mature. But also, from the attack surface point of view, their entire business is on the internet. So if their systems are hacked, their business will be totally disrupted. They lose the business, they lose the trust of the clients, and their reputation will be really low. So once they are on a high take, they will be going head down. And this is why we see their position as critical, and our average time to hack them is 16 hours, is what we saw. So especially some of the companies like retail, software, gaming, media, they are even worse in this scenario. And our all-time record is in the most difficult segment. I was very surprised by that. That was an energy company. And it took one of our guys 15 minutes to report a critical bug in their system. They were surprised, we were surprised, and it was a nice touch. So this is the priority. These are some of the companies that we provided good service. And as you see in fintech, we are working with İnanal, Papara, Ödal, Alexa. We also supported BKM. So there are a number of other Coinbase, Coin company, Arsinex, and some cryptocurrency companies as well. And we are now, we hit the number 100, which we put our target as of yesterday. That was good. And in the competitive landscape, we see there are a couple of players around us. One of them is the internal teams, but they're not enough. Some of the other players are the regular consultancy companies, but their people are not wide enough to cover everything. There are some crowdsourced platforms like us, especially in United States. There are the big players like HackerOne, Bugcrowd. In Europe, there is like YesWeHack. But they're quite high cost and they require a lot of money for you to jump in, and we cut all the barriers so that you can start even today with a very limited budget and you can get tested. And automation tools, they exist, but they are also as good as you can provide some data to that, and they have limitations. So we try to stay somewhere in the middle. And what we try to do is we want to be the first BugBounter platform of every digital company. We're not saying that we are the biggest, largest or so, but we are the easiest to work with, so that you can start even tomorrow. So these are the three co-founders. Myself, I'm the CEO of the company. I'm responsible for the entire growth. And Murat is our Chief Security Officer, so he has the deep technical knowledge in the security field. Ozan is our CTO. He's in the software development business since 30 years. So he manages the development team. And we are a group of 10 at the moment. And we are slowly growing our team as well. So these are our phases. In 2020, we were in İTÜ Çekirdek and we were in the big bank scene, but it was the pandemic times. We were in the backstage. We ended up in the second place, get many rewards. And then we really saw that there is a market fit in 2021. And then in 2022, after our second investment round, we started growing the company, and now we are approached to 100 clients. Now it's for us time to open our doors to Europe, Middle East, and Asia. But we got an invitation from Alchemist B2B Accelerator program, and we got into that. So we will test for 6 months the US markets too. And we are in a bridge round now. So our game plan is to expand the business outside of Turkey and to become a global player. So our promise to you is we maximize your security by minimizing your workload and optimizing your budget. This is us. And I would like to offer you here, if you would like to get tested, we are going to offer you a free program, not a free program, but a complementary program, let's say. It's like we take out you to a dinner and we buy it. So it's not free, but we will provide you your first bug, but you don't pay. We will pay it for you. So this is on us.